Chinese tourists are flooding the South Island, but the government's plans to expand that market have ignored the large boost in Chinese travellers. Minister of Transport Simon Bridges announced a deal that will double trips between China and New Zealand. 1,100 flights will now travel return to Auckland, with Christchurch only receiving an extra 2 each year. Tim Hunter, the chief executive of Christchurch and Canterbury Tourism, is disappointed with the move.
We completely understand that it was probably timely to increase the amount of capacity in the air service agreements between the two countries. I suppose the only issue we have with it is all of it seems to be planned to go to Auckland and none of it to the South Island.
The head of Canterbury Tourism has been lobbying for a direct path between China and Christchurch for some time. A chartered flight from Guangzhou to Christchurch landed at the airport over the Chinese New Year. Under the new agreement, 3 direct flights will now make their way into the city at that time.
We have 3 charter flights in February, which is great news around Chinese New Year, but at the same time Auckland has 1,100 flights a year. We'd like to get a good share of those.
But as Auckland's hogging all the flights, it comes as a huge blow for South Island and Canterbury tourism. Following a 50% boost in Chinese travellers in the past year, a reflection of how attractive the South Island is to international visitors.
We've seen enormous growth in the China market, particularly in the last 2 years, and seen a lot of high-value tourism from China, with people, instead of being on cheap shopping bus tours, are actually self-driving and staying 10 to 11 nights. It's just the sort of tourist we want.
Minister Bridges says the doubling of air services capacity represents another step in expanding tourism, trade and personal ties between the two countries. But Hunter believes it's likely the new travel arrangement could see tourists skip this part of the country altogether.
A lot of them will go straight to Queenstown and they'll overfly Canterbury, and that's where we could suffer a significant loss in the long term if we don't have those direct air connections direct from China.
Under the amended services agreement, 42 trips will now commute between the two countries a week, up from just 21. But Hunter believes the decision is an oversight to where Chinese travellers are actually spending their time in the country.
And they probably do their assessment from the point of view of New Zealand being the point of sale, rather than looking at the tourism dynamics, which show that the South Island is increasing in popularity and increasing in the number of visitor nights that we have here.
Minister Bridges says the amended air services agreement is a further reflection of the growing depth of New Zealand and China's strong relationship. Hunter still hopeful that relationship will in time give travellers the chance to fly directly into the city from China. Emma Cropper, CTV News.